Hello, everybody. Welcome to Skyrim. Blue Mage here, and today we are going to be going over a themed build. These are just builds I'm going to do that kind of fit a class fantasy with a race, and kind of try to match the armor and aesthetics and stuff to that class and race combo. So first off, we're going to start with something that everyone loves to play in this game, and that'd be a stealth archer, but we're doing it on a Bosmer, and it's kind of like this cannibal, stealth archer thing going on. So I kind of wanted to start simple and pretty, something everyone, would be familiar with because, obviously it's a stealth archer. So we can get right into it. We're going to start with the race. Obviously it's a Bosmer. They have resistance to poison. They have good starting stats for an archer. They can use their ability to, calm, I believe it does it calm, or is it command animal, make an animal an ally, sorry. Not calm, but I guess it is technically a calm, but they'll also help you out. So yeah, that is the Bosmer. They're very sneaky, they make great sneak archers. And yeah, next we're going to get into the equipment. First off is the chest piece. This is the Savior's Hide. This gives you magic resist as well as poison resist, so you're basically immune to poison with this build. That mixed with the Bosmer perk will allow you to be basically immune to poison. And then obviously magic resist is nice if you're fighting any mages or enchanted weapons. The necklace we are wearing is Kyne's token. This just gives you some bow damage, and you take less damage from animals, which is helpful because, you're going to be killing a lot of animals. The backpack is the Huntress backpack. This is an anniversary edition thing. This gives you some carry weight as well as 10% bow damage. The gloves and the boots are the Old Gods set. The gloves give you bow damage. I believe it's 15%, and then the boots give you sneak percent, so you can sneak better. The bow that I am running is the glass bow of the Stag Prince. So every 20 kills, this will give you 5 more stamina and health, as well as a damage boost. And it goes up to, I believe, 80, so 4 sets of 20. And the arrows that I am running are Dragon Bone, but any arrow will work for this. And you can swap it out for like any of the arcane arrows if you want. In terms of a helmet, I have the Ancient Helmet of the Unburned. This is a heavy helmet, and it will do 40% resist to fire. I really have that in case I run into anyone, but you can just run any type of light armor helmet, either enchanted, like the Shrouded Helmet for more bow damage, or if you want to enchant your own, that maybe fits the aesthetic a bit better, you can. I just have it off, because I've got a mod that allows me to not have to wear a helmet, so I can actually, see my character. For the skills, the only ones that really matter are these 3 here. I have stuff in both smithing and enchanting, which you don't really need for this build. I just had that to push it to endgame status. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you play on lower difficulties or don't, want to bring it that far, or play it super, super long term, those are something I would recommend if you are going to do that. Same with alchemy. Those stats are great. One, to get levels in general, because they're pretty easy to level if you know what you're doing. And then they also just are very strong, being able to enchant multiple items with multiple things, and alchemy, obviously, crafting potions that allow you to enchant at high levels, and then smithing to enhance your weapons and armor. But the main 3 you're going to want are archery, light armor, and sneak. The main 2 definitely are sneak and archery. Light armor is just something so you have a little bit more defense. We're going to go into that first. I just took everything. This will help us sneak. Heavy to unhindered, and Windwalker is also very nice, so your stamina regenerates faster. Archery, I took everything, especially if you're running high-end arrows like I am, you're going to want Hunter's Discipline, so you get more arrows and you don't have to spend time crafting or finding. Sneak, obviously I take everything except this last one you do not need because that's with daggers. We're not using daggers. And Shadow Warrior arguably is just okay. But yeah. And then if you're curious, I took everything in smithing, took everything about enchanting and and then alchemy I also took everything. Which I believe I actually took yeah. perk point of that. Stuff like, you know, speech is really nice, and if you're gonna go more into like the thief aspect, these two are nice to level as well. But like I said, these three are the main stats you want. I also have the Ring of Namira on. This is just, once again, more for a roleplay aspect of it. It will allow you to feed on people. That's just kind of a thing if you know anything about like lore and stuff. There's a certain group of Bosmer that do that. They don't eat plants, they just eat animals and people. So yeah. Though if you're not you don't really care about that, or you're not playing survival mode, because it's a very good survival mode ring. It also gives you stamina, by the way, so it's decent in that aspect too. You can just roll a ring that has like any type of like archery benefit, maybe stealth benefit, or both if you're enchanting yourself. So yeah, that's basically it for the build. It's pretty good. I mean, it is literally a stealth archer build, just with not with anything too crazy overpowered. Obviously you're not running like Bow of Shadows or the Zephyr, but you know, Bow of Stag Prince is pretty good. I would say definitely you don't need to go too crazy with the enchanting. I mean, if you really want to, you can enchant all your own gear, and I mean, but that's not what this build's about, obviously. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show off a bit of a cool build that I like to call the Huntress. And yeah, that is basically it for the video. I'm just gonna show some gameplay of this now, just to kind of show off how it works. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys try it out. My next build, I'm gonna do some sort of like Holy Templar thing. I think would be kind of cool. I'm pretty sure that'll be my next one. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, hope you guys try it out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Okay, let's show off what this build can do. I am on survival, or excuse me, legendary difficulty, and I do not have any upgrades to the bow, in terms of like the, what's it called? The increased, you know, powerful blessing thing. I obviously leveled this up to legendary, but I only have 7 animals killed, so it doesn't have any buffs yet. So we're just gonna do some Bleak Falls Barrow action here, because I have yet to do the main quest. So we're just gonna sneak up here, see who we can sneak up on here. Knowing my luck, I'll be the one getting snuck up on. There's usually a guy over here, right? Yeah, right here. It's gonna kind of show off type of damage this does on legendary, you know, that type of thing. Obviously I have a lot of stamina, so doing that isn't that big of a deal. As you can see, it's still gonna one-shot pretty effectively. I mean, these are just bandits, but you know, even in a non, you know, stealth setting here, does pretty good. I think the main weakness of the build is any type of physical damage, so lots of bows, swords. Definitely not necessarily struggles, but definitely, you know, takes a bit more damage than something like a mage would. So, you know, having alchemy as a secondary thing that allows you to make potions, stronger potions, would be very nice. As you can see, pretty on par for, you know, legendary difficulty damage, and obviously I'm not even at, you know, max damage because I haven't gotten all those kills yet. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Does decent damage for a build, and you get to, you know, if you're into the role playing thing. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily into like super role play, but it's nice to have a themed character. It just helps you kind of get into the game a bit better. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna let this one see me. I am a bad shot, by the way, so this is probably not the greatest build for me. Oh, she did not see me, I guess. Anyway, yep, that's basically it for the build. I know these were just bandits, and then obviously the Ring of Namira. It's nice for healing, but I didn't heal. But yeah, it's pretty nice.